Midnight the doggy is looking at her mom. Midnight the doggy is looking at Valeria. Fluff, my Midnight the doggy is looking at me because she's looking at me. Midnight the doggy wants a seat. Wants to have a seat. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Oh my God, she actually is. Midnight the doggy is looking at me.
What's Midnight looking at the viewers?
She is looking at me. She's looking at me. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight is walking around the trees, even though there's no trees anymore. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight the doggy wants to excuse me. Midnight the doggy is walking around. She's walking around until she frowns. Midnight the doggy wants to go outside. She wants to go outside. Midnight, oh my God. Midnight the doggy is looking at the ground. She thinks there are bugs on the ground. Well, to say there's actually is, only if there's ants that are small as blizz. Yay, 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 yay. Midnight the dog is literally looking at bongs. Bongs, bongs, bongs. Midnight the Midnight the dog is looking at a bowl which has some food. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight is looking at me. Midnight is looking at me. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight the doggy wants to eat her just because she's pretending to be a zombie. Just because she's pretending to be a zombie. Midnight the doggy is looking at me. Midnight the doggy is looking at me.